on the footsie. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Bikes Real Estate Bentonville. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, and I'm with Jeremy Rose, the Marine, the legend, the man, Jeremy Rose. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jason. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, I love this. This is a destination, and you guys built an incredible place. You know all about it. So our viewers don't know all about this. My big question is, a year before you came to Bentonville, did you have this on your radar as far as what you wanted to do? Like, how did this come about? That's the big question.
Not even a little bit. So we moved here from Oregon. Came from a very, very similar type community that's done similar things, maybe 15 years down the road.
Where in Oregon?
Bend and Hood River.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, two awesome places. We were out there for about 6-7 years.
Nice.
And we pulled into town here around Thanksgiving of 2020. Had no intention of this. We had normal jobs, just wanted a new destination, new location, and Bentonville kind of checked all the boxes. So we ended up here, and we were here maybe 3 months or so, and Tiffany and I both saw this motel for sale the same day and came home and told each other about it.
So this was just an old motel that was just sitting, on the market?
It was on the market. It was built in 1951. It's the oldest motel in Northwest Arkansas, continuous operating motel in Northwest Arkansas.
Really?
It was, just a seedy little weekly rental type place. They didn't really know what to do with it. Some good people here, the Jeff and Randy Roth owned it. They're kind of curating, and they didn't want it to be torn down. So they had a couple different offers on it, but we were the first ones that didn't want to get rid of it.
And so I'm assuming it didn't look like this.
It did not. It did not. I'll send you some pictures. Maybe we can tie them in here of what it looked like originally. But it was just a motel proper in the front. The whole backyard space here was just overgrown with trees, bushes, grass, all the way up, cars, all the way up to the back of the motel here. So there's nothing back here at all.
So walk me through, you found this place, right, when you came through. I mean, how did the manifestation of this come about? You know what I mean?
It sounds crazy, but I knew instantly what I wanted to call it and what I wanted it to look like. I didn't have all the 100% details dialed in, but the overview of everything I already knew. I knew I wanted a big community fire pit in the back to get everybody together. I love the hostel travel, right? I don't want to just go to a motel or a hotel, an Airbnb, and just stay in my living room and not meet another person. I want to go meet other people that are coming to a place that want to do the same things I want to do, right? Yeah. So when you come here and you hang out around the fire pit, you hang around 10, 15, 20 other people that are here for the same reason. You talk about different trails, where you want to go. So the vision was pretty instantaneous. The name was pretty instantaneous. The Bike Inn, I thought it was just the perfect name. It's a fun name. We jumped on it February 2021, opened September 2021.
So how long was the renovations?
About 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, about 6 months.
And how many rooms have you got here?
We've got a total of, the motel has 8 rooms in the motel. Then we have 2 cottages out back. One of those is our guest lounge and pro shop. And then we have 4 cabins and 3 RV spots. So all that equals out to 13 rooms, 16 queen beds, and 3 RV spots.
Nice. Okay, so I know myself with building anything or doing anything, it doesn't always go as planned. Walk me through, did you have setbacks? I mean, did you have issues, or was it just lickety split, in and out, 6 months, we're done and gone?
We had a couple, but not really. It was pretty dang smooth. Actually, a little bit too smooth. Really, the only setbacks we had were kind of dealing with the city and learning how to be a small business and dealing with a growing city, and not that the city was being overly difficult in any manner. We had just never done it before. Yeah. So it was navigating some new territory for us. A funny one was all the gravel, and you can kind of see it around the hot pit here in the common areas, but we have a gravel drive that feeds the cabins in the back off of Walton. And we had about 3/4 of this gravel poured, and a city inspector came by and said, "Hey, you can't have gravel here."
Really?
Just flatly. So that was our really biggest setback. We ended up having to go in, pull an emergency meeting with city planning, sit down, talk to them, talk about the regulations, what we're doing, our vision. And they gave us a 1-year continuous use permit on the gravel the first year. We went back to second year. The first year we didn't have the cabins. We just had 8 camper van spots.
Right.
So we had 30 amp service pulled to them. There's no water, no service, no sewer, just 30 amp service. And then the idea was year 2 to put these cabins down. So the first year they gave us a continuous use permit. Second year they gave us another continuous use permit and allowed us to bring the cabins in. And then I just went back again for my third meeting with city planning, a third year, and they gave me a 3-year continuous use permit.
That's good. So they're working with you.
They're working with. They like what we do. I'm the highest rated lodging facility in Northwest Arkansas.
Really?
That includes Fayetteville, Bentonville, Rogers, Springdale, and Eureka Springs. Nobody is higher rated on Google than we are. And I think the city realizes that we're building something that people want here.
Yeah. I mean, you knew right off the bat, as far as the brand, how to brand yourself and, the icon of it all and the uniqueness of it all. So walk me through your pods or your cabins.
Yeah.
Are they pods?
The company's called Glamping Pods of America.
Okay.
So I guess they are technically pods. I call them cabins. But they're made just up the road in Jane, Missouri. A guy makes 4 of them at a time in a warehouse, builds them from scratch. Pretty unique process. There's some more of these around the area, but ours are kind of he went a little above and beyond for ours. He had never painted any like he did these, and we did a new roof on them.
Really?
But each cabin's got a mini fridge in it, microwave, Keurig, a whole breakfast bar. The robes that we came out in, you get 2 robes in each cabin to either go to the shower house, the guest lounge, or make your way to the hot tub.
I'm liking the hot tub.
Yeah, the hot tub's nice. The hot tub coffee is the way to start the day, man.
This is, a real destination for mountain bikers. Yeah. And, coming here, so we're right on Rainbow Curve.
We are.
And coming here, I'm like, man, it's right on the main road. There's a lot of traffic, right? I'm thinking, well, you probably hear a lot of noise. But being back here, and we're just behind this building, which I'm assuming is really well built, because you really don't hear nearly as much as you think.
You don't. And
even back in this little nook back here.
Yeah, when you're back here in the back, it's like your own little destination bike camp in the middle of Bentonville. You can see the stars, you can hear the bugs, the road noises down, you got a fire pit going. But even the rooms, I need to do a little reel with Ace Ventura, when he's standing at the balcony with the sliding glass window, opening it up, screaming because
hear the video.
Yeah. Our rooms are really well insulated as well. You can't hear the road noise in the rooms at all.
That's
They're
good.
Completely silent.
And how close are you to the trails?
We're about 2 miles to downtown Bentonville, and that's the takeoff for Slaughter Pen, and we're about 2 miles to Kohler as well.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And so from right here, you can leave either from the main road and go downtown, or what, you can go out the back way, I'd say, and probably connect out to Kohler?
Yep, that's right. So you head straight across the street to C Street and take C all the way into downtown Bentonville. Nice, easy bike path all the way into Bentonville. And then to get to Kohler, you go around the regional airport, hang a ride on I Street, take I Street over to the Applegate Trail on 8th, and dive right into Kohler.
Nice.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about yourself before the bike in, before you came to Bentonville, because everybody kind of knows you as Jeremy from the bike in, right? Mm-hmm. So before all that, you're back in Oregon. I mean, what'd you do before all this? Can you share it with us? Is it legal?
Yeah, I can. So I was in the Marine Corps for 8 years, and I was a private contractor for about another 8 years. I'm a tech guy, and I also worked. My last gig before moving here was with Department of Energy. My official position was Power Systems Control Craftsman. So
nice.
I maintained and supervised the line that fed Southern California from Oregon-Washington border. So I made sure that power to Southern California stayed up, and we did that with a 1,000,000-volt DC line that ran from the Oregon-Washington border directly down to Southern California, and then was converted back into AC and sent out to all the homes.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I flew surveillance drones for a subsidiary of Boeing called In Situ for about 6 years. I've got about 2,500 hours of combat flight time in Afghanistan, Iraq, and the Philippines. Prior to that, I built military communication systems on up-armored vehicles. I did that for 2 years. I deployed to Afghanistan for 2 years straight from July 07 to July 09.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've spent 70 months.
Some shit.
70 months of my life have been spent in combat zones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you. So running a bike in is nothing.
Yeah, the stress factor is pretty low.
No one's gonna get killed.
Yeah, no one's gonna get hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, the trail rides have been pretty good so far. So yeah, we haven't killed or maimed anybody yet.
Nice. What's the future of the bike in? Are you built out, or have you got bigger plans on what you kind of want to do here in Bentonville, or can you even share those plans?
I can, yeah. I'm not afraid of sharing. I would like to franchise. I'm working on that a little bit. I've talked to a couple of franchise management companies. The Bike Inn has been trademarked, so we have trademarked our tag and our logo and everything else. And I would like to see a few more of these around the country.
Yeah.
And you know, there's some exciting stuff coming in Arkansas.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, a few hours away from here, and I'd like to see another Bike Inn down there. That Bike Inn Mina sounds pretty good.
I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
I think Walmart, you know, the foundation, the money obviously has been able to build this platform, this table here in Bentonville that's transformed this place. And I think a lot of other towns, cities around, you know, America, even, I don't know, worldwide, have seen, hey, it can work, right? If we put the money into the infrastructure, we build a place like this, the quality of life is going to be better. The people coming here are going to be happier and healthier. And you can do it and not have to, you know, break the mold necessarily. And so I think that they've created the platform for that. And I think you're going to start seeing it in other cities all over, because bikes are just that one kind of simple foundation where it can transform from a kid to a full adult their entire life, just by getting in a ride, you know, an hour a day or an hour a week or whatever they can get in, and having that ability to tap into those trails close by and have that lifestyle a part of their lifestyle.
It's really neat. You know, we live in a mountain town without a mountain, right? That's what Bentonville is. So they've created a mountain town by building trails, and mountain biking has always been ancillary to snow sports. That's why it exists, right? You have, you know, the big mountain states in Colorado, Utah, Idaho, Montana.
Yeah.
And, you know, they use their ski lifts in the summertime for mountain biking. They become destinations. And Bentonville, as far as I can tell, is the first destination mountain town that was built just for mountain biking. So it's kind of like we're building the mountain here, and it's pretty neat. And you know, Gary Vernon travels all over the world and teaches other communities how they can capitalize on the same things that Bentonville has, and you're starting to see it.
That's when you said, you know, it checked a lot of boxes for you guys when you came through. That's what I always kind of say too. Like, coming from California myself, you know, there's a lot of mountains, like you're saying, right? You've got a lot of great descent, a lot of downhill, a lot of great trails. But they're a few hours away, or they're isolated in one area. Whereas you come here and you can, you don't have, you know, 12,000 foot of descent or whatever it may be, but you've got a community where I can ride each and every day, and I can have fun, and I can go up 100 foot and go back down 100 foot all day long. Yeah. So that transformation is what the difference is in showing how it can be built.
Yeah,
and,
Oregon's a good example of that. You know, out there, my daily ride was an hour and 20-minute climb, followed by a 25, 30-minute downhill. And while it was a blast, I loved it. It was an awesome time.
Yeah.
It's not as accessible, and it's not as easy as it is here, right? Here, you can throw your leg over your bike, and you can get anywhere from 5 to 50 miles any day you want, and different variety of trails every single time you go out. You can take a different route damn near every day of your life and see something different, put it together in a different way, and that's extremely unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can do that on a regular bike. I do see the explosion of the e-bike here, and then how things are just designed so well for an e-bike to be able to get around. I see kids, you know, 14 years old, 15 years old on a $7,000-8,000 e-bike, you know, because they're on them every day, and they can go from school to the shop to the trails to, I mean, that's the difference of this place.
Yeah, we're going to start a fight now talking about e-bikes, aren't we? Yeah, right. I love e-bikes. One, if you're an enthusiast and you're against e-bikes, you're not an enthusiast, right?
Yeah.
You're not, because if you're an enthusiast, you should want as many people on bikes as you can get, period.
Yeah.
Because the more people that ride bikes means the more money you're going to have coming in, the more alliance you're going to have for trails, the more support you're going to have for trails. You're going to have trail building teams. You're going to have all that support coming in. Earlier this year, Bend, Oregon put out a thing, and Bend's a mountain town. You know, they're a bike town. They're kind of the top of what people think of when they think about an outdoor recreation town.
Yeah.
The city of Bend, Oregon came out and said, if you get caught riding an e-bike under 16 years old, you'll be ticketed.
Wow.
Right? Around town. And you look around here, and there's herds of kids out just every day, away from the screens, out on the trail, just getting after it and having a blast. And I think that's the right model.
That is unfortunate. I think that you know, most people wouldn't even know the difference between an e-bike nowadays and a regular, you know, decent enduro or full suspension mountain bike. I mean, I've told people, hey, this is an e-bike, and they didn't even understand, right? It's just a little bit different. And so I think there's a misconception of the e-bike, and they've got it you know, mixed in with the dirt bike, right? Something that does 35, 40, 50 miles an hour, that is a different animal. You know, it's not a mountain bike that has a little bit of an electric assist, right? And so unfortunately, I think you're going to see that conversation, you know, that kind of uphill battle where people still have that misconception of we can't have dirt bikes on our trail systems or anywhere downtown or this or that. Hopefully, you know, on a long enough timeline, it'll change. But yeah, I see that in other areas too. There's a lot of national forests that are limited to e-bikes, and it is unfortunate because there's a lot of folks that spend a lot of time on e-bikes, and they really genuinely need that. Some people at a certain age, it's great to have. So I mean, that's a long conversation for another video, but
it is, and it's a good one though. I think it's an important one. I think you want to talk about growing the sport. I think e-bikes are the way to grow the sport. And you're right. There's a lot of people out there that, you know, they just physically can't go ride 20 miles on a regular bike, whether they're hurt or heavy or brand new to the sport, whatever it is. But I think we need to foster it and grow it. I think you're right.
Yeah, definitely. Anything else you want to wrap up with?
No, man, thanks for having me on. This is awesome. This is a lot of fun, and I love what you guys do and your brand as well. You guys are crushing it. Oh, I would like to talk a little about Rainbow Curve. Actually, you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of things with this place. So actually, I'll talk about all our local things real quick if I can.
Yeah.
So we're located right on Rainbow Curve. If you ever come by the motel.
What is Rainbow Curve?
So Rainbow Curve is so Walton Boulevard through.
Because they'll just think it's a bunch of people out there.
Yeah.
You know, with pride in the curve, they'll think it's a rainbow curve holding up. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not that at all. So Walton Boulevard runs north to south through Bentonville until it gets to the southern end of Bentonville, and it hangs a 90-degree right turn to the east towards Rogers. That 90-degree radius is called Rainbow Curve, and it gets the name. So just 100 meters this way is a little car lot. It used to be the Rainbow Drive-In back in the 50s. This is an old Rainbow Rainbow car hop. So that's where Rainbow Curve gets its name from, is that old Rainbow car hop. So my bus out front that I've shared quite a bit, I purchased that at this little car shop right here. So I talked about how easy this all kind of came together.
Yeah.
Like it's been like that. Everything just kind of fell in place the way it should.
Just a godsend.
Yeah, but every one of our rooms has a different color neon light in it. And we do that because of Rainbow Curve. That's where that came about. So when you look at the motel at night, when a large number of the rooms are kind of empty and the shades are all up, it looks like the rainbow glowing in every one of the rooms.
That's cool.
Across the front of it. And we do that in the cabins as well. All of our mattresses are local. We have a friend that owns a mattress factory up in Joplin, Missouri. It's a brand called Forever Bed, and our mattresses in particular are called the Go mattress. And we're the first ones to get them. And the idea is that they're customizable to any shape and size, and they're lightweight, but also extremely comfortable and firm. And you can put them in camper vans and RVs and things like that. So if you have a goofy size camper van mattress, you can contact Forever Bed, and they'll make the Go mattress in whatever specifications you want.
Cute Forever Bed.
Yeah, they're fantastic. All of our art on the walls, we have really cool high def photos on every one of the rooms, high gloss photos in all the rooms of people doing cool stuff on bikes. Every one of those pictures are people we know. We did an Instagram competition, people submitted them, then we had people on Instagram vote on them, and that's what went into those.
That's cool.
So all of our artwork's local. The cabins, like I said, are made just 30 minutes north up in Jane, Missouri. And our bike racks in the rooms. You know, we got these really bougie wooden bike racks, and they're from Put Up USA, and that's the same owners that own Airship Coffee here as well. So local brands as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like the bike racks that are hooked onto your cabins.
Those are Put Up USA as well.
Really?
So if you go to Kohler or to Airship Coffee, you'll see they have them where they're mounted kind of in a circle.
Yeah.
Same exact bike racks, and they can be wall mounted, fence mounted, or you can mount them kind of in a circle where you can hang up 6 of them around like that. Yeah.
And one thing okay, so you guys do e-bike rentals too.
We do. So
somebody could stay here, check in, check out a bike, go ride. Somebody who's never been to Bentonville, heard about it online, and it's like a one-stop shop.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. We have YT decoys. We have 2 of them, a medium and large. E-bikes. Then I also have a pro shop that's in the back room over there, and we'll take a peek over that in a little bit.
Nice. 24-hour
pro shop, all in the honor system. Got an iPad there. You check yourself in and out. We have apparel, we have parts, we have tires, tubes, air, trail nutrition. Then we have snacks in the fridge. S'mores stuff is always free. You always get free s'mores stuff. But on the rental side, I have more than just the 2 bikes now. So everything I own is now up for rent on the website. So if you're coming to town, you want to go out for do an overnighter on one of the rivers, I can rent you a kayak. I can rent you a tent, a sleeping system, a cooking system, stand-up paddle boards. We do tours for stand-up paddle boards, canoes, kayaks, rock climbing, hiking. If you just want to go walk through Compton Gardens and have someone explain to you about all the trees, I have an arborist that'll walk through there with you and tell you about it.
Dude.
Yeah.
So you are the destination here in Northwest Arkansas as far as, I mean, a guide.
Yeah. This
a
is the
one-stop shop.
We're the boutique cycling destination. That's correct.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it. Now this has really paved the way for the feeling, the vibe, the energy here in Bentonville. I remember coming here and meeting you and just feeling it was like nothing else. And I think that that's awesome to have an idea and just run with it, especially in the mountain bike capital of the world, right?
Yeah, yeah. This place has been, man, it's such a treat to live here. I wake up thankful every day. It's an amazing place. The people, if it's got all the amenities of a big city,
yeah,
it's actually quite a bit better amenities than most big cities. And you do it in a small town community feel where you go to your favorite restaurant or bar and you see 4 or 5 of your buddies every time you go out, man. It's talk about a fun, cool place.
Yep.
And I'm a community-driven person. I played rugby. I was in the military a long time, and mountain biking. All 3 of those things are very community-focused and community-driven. And I've never felt a community like this place. Bend, Oregon has a fantastic community. Hood River, Oregon has a fantastic community. Yeah. But they're not on par with what's happening here. This place is so dialed in and so specific about what's coming here. And it's bikes. But once you get into bikes, then it branches out again, right? You have cross country, you have enduro, you have gravel, you have the pump tracks, you have the rail yard. You have so many different bike disciplines here too.
Yep. Yep. It's a whole lifestyle within 45 minutes at the max, you know, to go downhilling at Lake Leatherwood. And that's another video of what's coming in, you know, out that way with more downhill coming.
Yeah. Lake Leatherwood is an absolute riot. It's an absolute riot.
Well, I won't drag it on too long for the folks. Yeah. So I appreciate you coming on and giving us all your information.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Jeremy. See you, bud.
Thank you, Jason. Thanks.